Welcome to Grace Harbor's Setting Sail course. We're reading through the Bible this year. Section I'll be talking about today is Genesis 30 and 31. In Genesis chapters 30 and 31, we encounter Jacob's life journey, family strife, labor disputes, and divine providence. His dealings with Laban and the birth of his children highlight two key insights: the futility of attempts at human control and the sovereignty of God. Think about Rachel and Leah's rivalry, their attempts at significance through childbearing, and the use of mandrakes as if their destiny could be manipulated by human means. It is a reminder of our own tendency to try to seize control when life feels uncertain. Still, even in these schemes, God was working his purposes. Jacob's breeding practices with Laban's flock might look like the reason for his success. However, Jacob reveals that it was not his strategy, but God who gave him the increase. The angel of God speaks to Jacob in a dream, affirming that it was divine intervention, not human ingenuity, that led to his prosperity. C.S. Lewis reminds us that, like Jacob, we too are prone to making mud pies in a slum, meaning that we're settling for earthly control when we are invited to trust the eternal purposes of a sovereign God. The struggles of Jacob's family are like a mirror, reflecting our own spiritual battles. Moments when envy, pride, or fear lead us astray. Yet God's grace breaks through our brokenness, weaving even our failures into his story of redemption. View this text through the lens of God's providence. Even when Jacob and his family acted sinfully, God remained faithful to his covenant promises. Jacob's success in gaining wealth was not a result of his manipulation, but a fulfillment of God's plan, and that plan was declared to Abraham in Genesis 12:2. I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. The lesson is clear. God's will prevails, not ours. So, how are some ways that we can apply this? One would be surrender your schemes. Are there areas in your life where you're striving to control outcome rather than trusting God? Like Jacob, take a moment to pause and reflect on where God has already been faithful. Another could be remember God's sovereignty. Jacob's story reminds us that even in the chaos, God is working. When life feels uncertain, trust that his plans are far greater than anything that you could devise. And seek God's guidance. Jacob sought the Lord in his dreams. While God may not speak to us in the same way, we have his word and his spirit to guide us. Make time to pray and meditate on Scripture today and every day. As C.S. Lewis wrote, the great thing, if one can, is to stop regarding all the unpleasant things as interruptions of one's own or real life. The truth is, of course, that what one calls the interruptions are precisely one's real life, the life God is sending day by day. Jacob had interruptions. His conflicts with Laban, his family struggles, and even his fear were the tools God used to shape him and fulfill his promises. Let us trust that the same God who worked in Jacob's life is at work in ours, guiding us towards his greater good. Thank you.